with him being by himself, we'll send all the things.
Also, he's got one top.
These guys.
Film, camera filming camera.
Going deer driving. Oh, you get pictures.
I can grab some trees.
Alright guys, November 26th.
We actually begin our 2022 gun season video with an archery hunt. The weekend before the Orange Army invaded, Luke went out for a meat hunt with his archery equipment. But as sometimes happens, his shot was less than ideal.
What seemed to be like a chip shot, I just whiffed and hit her back and low. I'll have to review the footage, but it did not look good. And then she stood about 100 yards away looking at me. She looked like she was pouring blood, but I don't know if I got an artery. I don't know if I just sliced her open.
Alright guys, the next morning, me and Dylan stopped right here on the road. The deer ran onto someone else's property, so we got permission. Texted the guy last night. He said, go ahead and look. No problem. We're going to do some looking around right here. We're going to see what we can get into. Well, dog tracker Isaac found her. Ouch. We'll stay on this side of her. It's not that good of a shot.
Yeah, she just
But you guys saw it in the video.
ran down, followed the creek. Pretty much what happens with these gut shot deer. They go to the water, they don't make it out.
We are here in the shop. I'm just waiting on Caleb. Got a little bit of time before it gets light out, but just a little bit of the setup today. He's going after the bucks that he's been hunting all year on Far State, and I'm going to one of our radixes, which I haven't hunted out of this year. Actually, I haven't hunted out of a radix at all this year, so that should be fun. I'm taking the pistol. Caleb's taking the old tactical deer slayer 450 Bushmaster AR. I've seen that in a bunch of videos. We shot a bunch of deer with that. And I am taking Ruger Blackhawk 357, 6.5 inch barrel, I believe. And I'll be shooting these 200 grain hard casts out of it. So these bullets hit pretty hard. I shot a doe, I think 2 years ago, with my Smith & Wesson, which was a shorter barrel, but they're shooting really good out of this revolver. I could probably shoot about 75-80 yards pretty accurately, pretty good. Definitely deer killing at that range. So hopefully something comes into range. I'm on doe patrol today, opening day, gun season. We need to shoot some does, but there's also been a new buck showing up where I'm going that looks like a, I don't know, 4.5-year-old, 8 or 9 point. We just got some very unclear videos of him fighting with another buck, so maybe he'll show up this morning. But that's the plan. Opening day, gun season. I'm sure we'll start hearing shots before it even gets light out, but that's gun season here in Ohio. If anybody hunts it, they know. But we'll see once we get in the blind and in the stand. And I'm sure Caleb's blabbing to his camera right now too. So we'll see ya when we get up there.
Alright guys, opening morning gun season here in Ohio. Real early I had 2 bucks sneak in downwind, get a little spooky, and then head north into the bedding area. I am in my usual spot. I go in deep and I hunt next to this big conglomeration of bedding and try to catch all these deer that are getting pushed around, moving in and out. Last year on opening day, similar situation. I saw a whole bunch of does, but I had 2 bucks get in downwind. I hunt this with a northwest wind. I had 2 bucks get in downwind last year, same way. So kind of deja vu, but other than that, it's been a pretty quiet morning. I've heard 9 shots, I think. I always like to count my shots at opening morning. I think I heard 9, so we're going to stick it out. It was dark this morning. It's still kind of dark, to be honest. That's the 3rd shot I've heard from that area. close. Real close. That's where those bucks went to. Unfortunately. It's a bad day for that buck. Nice 8. Real nice 8-point. I'm gonna try to grunt him back here just to keep him out of that thicket, because that's where 4 shots have been. He chased it right into that thicket where the last 4 shots came from, so he just made a bad decision in life. Someone's gonna take that deer right now. Well, that's a wrap on opening morning gun season. Mosey back to the house. Pretty normal opening day. Probably about 20 shots total. A couple of close, a couple right on the neighbors. Caleb had some real close to him. But that's pretty typical. I just had those 2 bucks. So I got a little bit of footage of one of the 2 or 3-year-old 8-points. But we'll see if I can come across anything going back to the house. But if not, we'll see you this afternoon. Trying something a little bit different today. It's Tuesday of gun season, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in the group going out today. So I'm gonna do some ground sitting. Watched a bunch of THP videos this morning, drinking my coffee, and they did a lot of ground sitting, and I have the great equalizer with me. AR-15 450 Bushmaster can reach out and touch them, so could be fun. Well, I gotta say, besides that beautiful sunset behind me, tonight sucked.
Yeah, you can probably handle it.
Western.
How true? You shoot like, I mean, if you're good, you shoot 150. Tonight we're hopefully gonna, if you see one, probably 25 yards. Okay.
Do the count of 3, but plan it. Look at that. We've upgraded in life. Heated, enclosed cab gator. We used to slum it out there in the freezing cold. Gators in the open cab. Not no more. Not no more. Climate control, maps, GPS, backup cameras. Gonna be cold, Jim?
It's probably gonna be cold. It's windy, it's cold.
It's gun season.
It's like a fire hunt.
We're gonna shoot.
Some deer. We're gonna get Danny out there filming. That'll be a first. Danny driving separate?
Alright guys, it's Wednesday, November 30th. It's the third day of Ohio's gun season. Caleb and Isaac were generous enough to let me and my little brother Danny come over and hunt their north property. I haven't hunted this property in probably about 10 years.
Alright, so it doesn't look that bad right now because it's really green because we're out here in this wheat field, but it's like 22-mile-an-hour winds and temperatures like in the 30s, so it's cold. It is not warm today, but we're gonna go try to kill some deer. We got guys out all over the place. It's time to kill some deer. Damn it, Salzgiver, are you ready yet?
Gotta lock up so these guys don't steal my shit.
Who's gonna steal anything? There's never been a door locked around here. You look like one of the three musketeers with that little goatee action you got going on there.
Yeah?
Well, I'm sitting here with Jimmy tonight. This is probably, Jimmy, how many? I think this is like the, so you, Tyler, Nick, Gore. I think I might have filmed Freeman once. I can't remember. You're like the fourth or fifth guy I filmed this year. Your last $2 you've killed, you've been with me though.
Yep.
Might get crazy tonight. Might get Western. We really just want to shoot a couple does. If we could have 2 does at 75 yards out here in the field, just drop them on the count of 3, that would be perfect. Damn, this chair's loud. Okay, there's another one right to your left. To your left, Caleb. Literally, you're 10 o'clock. Right. Yeah, that one's little. That one's about all the way in. Your shot, if you shoot the left one, you're pretty much broadside. It's pretty good. But the right one's going in the trees right now. All right, I'm out to the field where she died. Didn't have to do any blood tracking because they saw her go down, but I wanted to get this done before it got dark, so I'm just gonna go over to her. It was a perfect shot. She died within seconds, so I know she's good. It's getting cold out. Big mama doe. It was kind of like a quartering 2 shot, as you saw in the video, obviously. But it put her down quick. And these hard cast bullets that I'm shooting out of this 357, they really put them down, and they get real good penetration. So I'll get some pictures, get her back to the shop.
So we finally got a gun season deer on the ground.
Yep, I'm all bloody. Big doe. Huge.
Just one, come in one? Just one?
No, it had 3 fawns with it. Not fawns, 3 button bucks with it.
Perfect.
Almost shot the biggest button buck because I thought it was.
I was staring at the deer.
You'll see in the video, I zoom in on all their heads like this close.
Yeah.
And then, so the 3 smaller deer came in, and then the big deer came in. I was like, yeah, that's the mama.
That was the only deer we had there. Okay, what's your setup here?
Big old Ruger Blackhawk. 6.5 inch barrel.
Good job. Like I told Jimmy, things might get Western tonight. But things got Western for you.
200 grain. 200 grain flat nose hard cast. You go through a grizzly bear.
Look at the size of her head.
I don't know if it went all the way through or not. It might have stopped.
Like I can't get over the size of her head. Well, maybe I think.
I don't know. It went in right there.
Good
Probably in the skin out here.
Just got there, Jim. Some soup. Some soup. Got some soup.
Yeah, Jimmy went all the way through.
You go all the way through?
Yeah.
That's a big bullet,
Those
man.
hardcast bullets just punch through like a pencil.
There's the exit right there.
Yep. But they have that flat front, and apparently the flat front is supposed to cut a hole, which that's what it did. 'Cause they don't expand, they just punch through.
Speaker's not dead.
Well, you certainly didn't waste any time.
Nope.
It's pretty well carvered up.
We're up. It's Friday, right? Is it Friday? Is it Friday? Friday gun season. We're waiting on Tyler to get here. We're gonna do some lunch. We're gonna do some frozen pizza on the smoker action and help Isaac get this deer kind of worked up. And then I think we might do a couple small pushes, some small afternoon pushes, and then go sit the evening. And then we're gonna hang out tonight and eat some food and have a little shot party.
That's staying in the video. All right, Friday of gun season. We are commenced to driving. We have turned hillbilly. We made it up to this point in the year.
We're doing little.
Yeah, these are smart drives. These are, we would call these THP wind bumping smart drives kind of thing. But to be fair, Friday of gun season, we are commencing hillbillyism.
Yeah.
Also fancy. Fancy. Tyler's even fancier. Look at that. Oh my Lanta.
I don't want to hear it. You're wearing Ridge Reaper camo. Remy Warren camo.
Yeah, but this vest right here, we got at the closeout. We got this vest at the closeout store in Fairlawn, like for like $4.
An NC Sports.
And I've killed a lot of deer wearing this thing. But yeah, this should be fun.
Yeah, I'm just
Here today or tomorrow, but we need our some buckage. Our money shot for this week's video. We need buckage. We need antlers on the ground. All right, now we gotta be quiet. See any?
Spike ran across the field before Isaac even got to like set up. It ran right to the point and then it came back and right back to there. Just a little spike.
That's thick.
Yeah.
Well, deer drives were a complete freaking bust.
So now we're gonna go sit again. That was God telling us, what are you hillbillies doing? Get in the woods and sit down. That's what that was. So we're going back.
Go hunting old school. Sitting on the ground with a rifle. That's how Davy Crockett did it. Daniel Boone. He's conveniently on vacation. I'm serious. This is how it goes. We try to be serious.
I have a picture next to that where I have this big 8-pointer involved right now. Yeah.
G2.
Situation, you want to piss the landowner off, he's gonna get kicked out.
Listen, one day we'll be able to look back at this video when Joey's filming for Drury. we're here in our shop here in Chatham, Ohio.
He deserves
With his
He deserves it.
with his near 200. We're looking up the official rules in the book.
I should have
Bill Winkie needs a cameraman. Bill, if you ever watch this, he actually replied to one of my messages the other day, which is cool. But if you're ever watching this, Bill, you need like a guy to help you out with some stuff. So maybe it'll be you one day.
I'm available. I should have brought mine.
And computer candles.
It's just right inside of it.
It's crazy.
What what were the beams on that?
Oh, Luke's beams were big.
There's a sheet outside.
Yeah, it's not right, but yours is 196, 199.
Yeah.
They just look so different.
121.
Like this is this is literally a 13 point. Yours is 20.
21. Well, you 20, yeah.
20, 21, 19, whatever. Yeah, whatever they come in with.
So 21 and a 13 point, but it's just crazy. Two different types of deer. That's a mega frame deer with no tines, and that's a deer with a bazillion tines.
Yeah.
God, it looks beautiful.
And you said he was pretty symmetrical all the way through, yeah?
Oh, his typical rack is completely symmetrical, obviously, except the extra point.
Yeah, yeah.
But like everything else,
Pretty close.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll score
That's sweet.
minus this. So he'll score minus this,
Mm-hmm.
plus maybe 2 inches. So he'll be a 190 net non-typical.
That'd be...
So the problem is the Boone and Crockett book for non-typical is 195 net.
Yeah, and he is
Yeah,
189.
he doesn't make it.
So he wouldn't... This one would not be Booner.
Luke's doesn't make it either.
Really?
Because to be official Boone and Crockett in the all-time book, so there's a yearly book and it's a lower amount. The all-time book, 7 3/4 or something. It's like 7 and it's crazy. His measurement there. But the all-time book, to be in the all-time official Boone and Crockett book, you have to be 195 net non-typical.
He does like one.
Okay, and your buddy.
So this was all scored by Isaac?
Who's this? Rick Daddy.
Yeah, so me and Nick filmed that deer
Dylan's.
mid-October.
I did all your additions, so that's your net.
Last year.
That's the gross.
No.
World class deer.
Damn it.
And he's got the smallest.
Well,
Film this.
I don't know if this is the same
yeah,
deer.
it's questionable.
We gotta go on record. How big's your biggest shed?
76.
Oh, mine's 84.
Yeah, fuck you.
Listen, your deer is 5 times bigger than any deer I've ever killed, so it doesn't fucking matter. And Dylan's over here spilling beers for the second time tonight. This is the second time tonight Dylan's
Well,
spilling
when you
beers.
kill Booners, Caleb, we can do whatever we want. Me and Joey can do whatever we want.
Is yours official, Booner?
He says it.
Net?
198 and a half.
Okay.
Net not typical, 198 and a half.
Deuces.
Make sure Joey takes
The
all.
shop
Yeah.
is closing up.
Make sure he takes all his right antlers. You can't leave anything.
Taking Freak Daddy's sheds.
All right, guys. Sunday of Ohio's gun season. Last day. It's been a busy morning. I've already seen 9 or 10 does. I just had a group of 5 come through that I got some good video of, and I had them at 10 yards. And the lead doe was a big one. I almost gave it to her, but I'm in one of my buck stands, and we're still here trying to take one last Hail Mary at a gun season mature buck. All right, guys, a little bit after 9 o'clock. Just got down out of the stand, and me and Isaac are gonna do a little soft push. So I'm gonna go get in position, and then he's gonna drive out the small bedding area that we have. A whole bunch of does came out when we did it the other day, so I might be putting a doe in the freezer here real soon.
We're doing another little safe 3-man push here, kind of like a mosey walk at my buddy's farm. So this one could be a lot of fun. We'll see how this one shakes down. This one could get interesting real quick. It's a little bit of a longer drive in a bigger area, so it's gonna take some time.
That 450 did a number on this thing. Was that the only deer you saw?
Oh, we didn't get pictures. Okay.
I can grab some screenshots of some stuff. Just B-roll.
How do you make this thing street legal? Can't.
No, just get on the road.
Just in case.
Oh, you need
I don't condone the deer shot being used as a duck decoy transportation holding device. All right, Tyler, gun season is officially over, and you shot the big buck.
Okay.
Once again, you got it almost 100. Again.
Okay. Doing my deed.
No, I shot one last year.
Oh.
I won last year. I won last year. But Tyler was second. Now he's first.
95.
With another almost 100.
Almost better. Well, I mean,
Are you going to call Summerfield for this, or can you have one of us do it?
no, he's going back to him again.
Hell yeah.
You've never been in our videos before, Summerfield, but guess what? You're in a video now. Tyler's bringing you another buck.
His mounts do look really good.
They look really
They look
good.
really
They look
good.
they're solid.
You can put it in your basement next to the other one.
I just need to add on to where it's going.
I mean, a good taxidermist could fix it, but you gotta leave it the
I
way
mean,
it
it's
is.
got character.
Yeah,
Put-
you gotta leave it the way it
put a
is.
It
story
might have
behind
been
it,
120 if those were
Yeah.
9-10 inches.
Well, the one with the brow tine. It would have been.
I mean, he's a 3-year-old, so he is bigger than your last.
Broke
He is
off, too.
older than your last year. I'll give you that.
I bet you he's pushing 120.
He's older than your last buck. So you shot a 4-year-old and then a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. So you're working your way around the block, you know.
He needed a shot though. He
was hurt.
I'm glad we
bad.
were able to do that little perfect push and kill a deer. And,
an old ingrown toenail.
yeah, he's got. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about this with dude, but he's all messed up. He was walking funny. He was broken.
He was barely walking.
He's got a bad leg. Like, it's all hurt up.
I thought he was really hurt, but upon further investigation,
His front feet are that way too. They're all broken out. And for whatever reason, they're all broken out.
oh, what a day.
New addition to the shop. Finally got Isaac's mule deer back from Salisbury.
Montana mule deer.
Montana
I
public
think that
land
one's a
mule deer.
little bigger than 100 inches.
We never scored that, did we?
109.
109.
I scored him.